One way or the other, we're going to have Greenland.
President Donald Trump has reignited his quest for Greenland, declaring US control unacceptable otherwise, hinting at forceful acquisition of a NATO ally's territory. Denmark slammed back, not for sale. Now Europe fears the alliance's end, racing to deploy Arctic Sentry.
Greenland should be controlled by the United States. He's written on Truth Social that the United States needs Greenland for the purpose of national security.
Greenland is today a part of the Kingdom of Denmark. It's a part of our territory, and it's not for sale. The chairman, the leader of Greenland, has been very clear that they are not for sale.
Trump's obsession dates back, but in January 2026, he escalated. Greenland is vital for the Golden Dome missile shield against Russia and China. Denmark's PM Mette Frederiksen warned a US attack ends everything, including NATO. VP Vance and Secretary Rubio met Danish officials amid threats of one way or the other.
If we don't take Greenland, Russia or China will. And I'm not letting that happen. One way or the other, we're going to have Greenland.
Europe pounced. EU Defence Commissioner Andrius Kubilius, US seizure spells the end of NATO, offering EU troops instead. Germany pitches Arctic Sentry, a NATO mission like Baltic Sentry to guard Greenland infrastructure. France sends troops for Operation Arctic Endurance. UK, Sweden join at Denmark's request. German Defence Minister Pistorius backs bolstering Arctic defences amid the rift.
Germany will propose setting up a joint NATO mission to protect the Arctic region. Arctic Sentry mission could be modeled on NATO's Baltic Sentry operation, which started last year.
Greenland holds Arctic sea lanes, rare minerals for tech, and missile sites like Thule, key versus melting ice, opening new fronts. This pits US security against NATO unity. Europe aims to soften US claims via multinational presence. Stakes: alliance fracture or reinforced North. Early January 2026 news frenzy. Reuters on Kubilius's NATO warning. DefenseNews/Telegraph on Arctic pledges. High-level flurry from NATO commanders to Danish PM dominates headlines, testing US-Europe bonds.
We all agree in NATO, we all agree that when it comes to the protection of the Arctic, we have to work together. And that's exactly what we are doing. Then, of course, I'm never commenting when there are discussions between allies. That's not up for me to comment on. But I can assure you that there is complete agreement that when it comes to the assessment of the urgency of the security situation, not only in the Baltic Sea, not only on the eastern flank, but also in the Arctic and in the southern neighborhood, obviously also. But now, concentrating on the Arctic, we all work together.
Talking about acquiring, not leasing, not having it short term. We're talking about acquiring. And if we don't do it, Russia or China will. And that's not going to happen when I'm president.
Are you going to increase the amount of military bases on Greenland in the meantime?
Well, we have bases on Greenland. Yeah.
Are you going to make more?
I could put a lot of soldiers there right now if I want, but you need more than that. You need ownership. You really need title, as they say in the real estate.
Defence or defiance? Greenland front and centre in NATO's future. Coup in Caracas. US raid on Venezuela. January 3rd, 2026. US Special Forces storm Caracas. Blackout power. Capture President Nicolas Maduro in Operation Absolute Resolve. Trump. US will run Venezuela. Rebuild oil till transition. Unprecedented. No declared war. 2 a.m. local. 150 plus aircraft suppress defences. Delta Force raids compound. Maduro and wife Cilia Flores surrender. Flown via Guantanamo to NYC for narco-terrorism trial. CIA, months of surveillance. Trump watched live. No US losses. Outrage erupts. Lula da Silva calls grave affront. EU's von der Leyen urges law. UK, NATO warn restraint. Senate votes war powers limits by January 9th. Markets jump on defense stocks. Crush drugs. Seize oil stolen from US firms. Breaks norms. Shifts hemisphere power. Russia, China watch boldly. US interim rule? Congress curbs. Crisis talks loom. Reuters breaks January 3rd. By January 8th, Senate drama. Von der Leyen, Latin presidents condemn. Once in a gen geopolitics. Coup or justice? Venezuela's fate reshapes the world.